YouTube, welcome back to episode 2 of The Road to Stage. We have got a full day of eating now. The reason I'm whispering is because my mum's asleep upstairs and it's quite early. So, just to preface this video, do not copy my meal plan. I've had a few people message me on the DMs after I've put a story of my food on. They've been like, oh, I tried this, it was hard to get down. I was like, I'm 5 months into a bulk. You're trying to lose weight. Why are you eating the same food as me? Yes, use the food sources as inspiration. Use the same food sources, the good quality, the healthy. In terms of quantity and portion size, figure it out for yourself. If you want to get jacked and stay nice and lean, this is the sort of meal plan that you should be following. So, let's get into meal one. So then, meal one, starting off the day strong. Obviously, I'm 5 months into a bulk, like I mentioned earlier. So, meal one, we've got 2 bagels, 200 grams of egg whites, 2 eggs. Also got a coffee, creatine is also in there, and some electrolytes. Let me put you onto these. So, coffee sweeteners, loads of different flavours, just to spice things up a little bit so you don't get bored of drinking coffee all the time. Also, got ketchup on my eggs, because if you don't like ketchup on eggs, you're a bit of a weirdo. So, let's get this nailed. Then I've got a couple of hours of work, and then we're on to meal number 2, which will be my pre-workout meal. We've got meal number 2. This meal is the naughty one, trust me. I look forward to this literally every single training day. Bear in mind, this meal plan is for a training day. Haven't actually mentioned that yet. I do have a separate plan for a rest day. Obviously, calories and carbs are lower because I'm not training, so I don't need as much energy. Typically on a rest day, fats are a little bit higher just to slow digestion down. So this is meal number 2. Meal number 2 has actually got 2 separate parts. So part number 1 is just the typical bodybuilder meal, chicken and rice. Again, because it's easy, quick, convenient, I can batch cook it and it's bang on for macros. As you can see, I've actually already batch cooked some chicken, probably got a good 4 portions in there. So I'm just going to dish this up. We've got 120 grams of chicken and 250 grams of jasmine rice. Just to make things even easier, I actually get packet rice because, again, I can batch cook the chicken, put it on the plate, stick it on the plate with the rice, smack it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and that is my meal done. That's part number 1 done. It's just chicken and rice. I'm not going to show you the plate because I'm sure you all know what chicken and rice looks like. I am going to stick some sauce on there because I'm not a complete freak. Not going to lie, I do actually love this meal. Like, loads of people think, oh, chicken and rice is boring, doesn't taste nice. Like, I love this meal. Quick, easy, convenient. I think it tastes nice. Stick a bit of sauce in there and it's banging. So I'm quickly going to eat this and then we'll get on to making part number 2 of my pre-workout meal. Now then, this is part number 2. So we've got 4 crumpets, 20 grams of jam, 20 grams of 85% dark chocolate, and trust me when I say this is naughty. That is going to get you set up for an unbelievable session. So I'm going to eat this, going to do a little bit of work for probably 45 minutes, an hour, just let my food digest and go down, and then we're on for a push day. I'm going to film a few clips, not going to film loads, and then we'll be back for our post-workout meal. So let's go. We are back. Trust me when I say that those 4 crumpets are an absolute godsend pre-workout. You are bound to have a naughty session. Get a little crumpet pump. So I'm on the way to the gym for push now. I'm going to bless you, all of you, with a little bit of knowledge. So nutrition, peri-workout nutrition is what you should focus on. So always program your nutrition around your training. Your nutrition as a whole should be used to fuel your training. Essentially, if your training is shit, on a bulk, you won't build much muscle. And in a fat loss phase, you will lose muscle. So again, in a bulk, you will not build much muscle and you'll just get fat, which is obviously not a nice look. On the other side of the coin, if you go into a fat loss phase, train like a fanny, lose muscle as well as fat, you are just going to look like a streak of piss, which again is not a nice look. So your nutrition fuels your training always. So peri-workout nutrition around your training session. So essentially what you want to focus on is carbs before you train, carbs after you train. Now, in a surplus, yes, you've got much more freedom to sort of experiment with carbs before and after training. In a fat loss phase, you do need to be selective. Before training, you don't really want carbs that are going to sit heavy and that are starchy. So for example, potatoes and oats, probably a good idea not to consume them before you train. And then post-workout, you want carbs that are fast,
quick to digest, easy to get down. Again, just to replenish the glycogen stores that have been drained during your training sessions. So I'm just about to pull up to the gym. I'm going to film a few clips from the session. I'm going to put those crumpets to good use. Exercise number 1. Now, if you haven't done these before, lying cable wire raise, get on them. They are unbelievable for your side delts. Literally, it eliminates all momentum. You can just get all of the tension on your side delts. I'm not gonna lie, since I've been doing these, my shoulders have actually blown up. On to exercise number 2, my first compound lift of the session. So we're on to low incline dumbbell press. Got the 45s going here. I did actually do 42s last week. So again, this is a PB, this is an improvement. So heading in the right direction. Still sticking with chest, we are on to some high incline Smith machine press. Now, for me, my chest has always been a weak point. I don't know why. My pressing is poor. My chest is a little bit of a weak point. So having 2 presses in the session allows me to get a solid amount of volume in over the course of the week. And on to some dips, more specifically some heavy dips. So this first set here, I've got 30 kilos as well as my body weight. Pretty sure I get around 6 reps. I'm just focusing on getting my arms to 90 degrees, squeezing up, controlling it on the way down. That is that set done. On to pec deck. Now, you may be looking at this thinking, what are you doing? Why are you not grabbing the handles? If you grab the handles, it forces you to externally rotate your arms. Now, this is the first time I've tried this, but if you can internally rotate your arms just a touch, it allowed me to get a much better mind muscle connection with my pecs. And again, the pump was unbelievable, which you will see shortly. Onto some tries just to finish off the session. So we've got single arm cable pushdown. If you haven't tried these, again, do them. They're unbelievable. The mind muscle connection is unreal. Just remember to keep your upper arm still and locked in place. Final exercise, onto some overhead cable extension. Again, just to finish off, we've got a couple of sets on here. 1 heavy set and then a back off set just to fully fatigue and get everything out of the triceps that we can for the session. So, session done. Onto some posing. Now, again, I'm happy with where I'm at. I've got a solid 4, 5, 6 months left of bulking yet. I'm not really looking fluffy at all. I'm not really fat yet. I'm sure at some point in the near future, look at my tits jiggling. Some point in the near future, I probably will get a little bit fluffy and I probably will get a little bit fat. But I know that it's all part of the process and I know that the fat will come off. Right then, training done, cardio done. Check out the little pec pump, man. Them crumpets are doing absolute bits. Got my titties jiggling everywhere, which is just what we want after a push day. So yeah, solid session. I haven't actually mentioned yet, my calories have been bumped up recently, so training should start to pick up a little bit. Weight should start to pick up a little bit, and we should start seeing some solid progress, because for the past probably month, I've been lulling a little bit, been progressing, but just at a very, very slow rate. So fingers crossed, after a couple of weeks of higher calories and more food, things will start absolutely flying. And then we can push for 100 kilos body weight. Post-workout meal, I'm not gonna lie, this one could rival the crumpets because, to put it bluntly, this meal is heavy. So post-workout, another meal that takes literally 1 minute to prepare. So we've got 200 grams Cocoa Pops, 50 grams of protein, that's it. Again, I recently had my calories bumped up, so I'm sure at some point in the near future, probably be touching half a box of Cocoa Pops post-workout. So I'm gonna eat this, go do some more work, and then come down for meal 4 in a couple of hours. So, the penultimate meal, we've got some chicken, 120 grams of chicken, we've got 200 grams of potatoes raw, 100 grams of asparagus. I'm gonna have this, again, work for a couple of hours, head on to meal 5, which will be the last meal. Meal number 5, so all I've got, 60 grams of oats, 20 grams of dark chocolate, 50 grams of whey protein powder. That is literally it, and that is me done for the day. Here are my calories for the full day. I'm gonna break it down meal by meal so you can clearly see the calories and macros for each meal spread throughout the day. Feel free to use this as inspiration. Obviously, just alter the calories to suit your daily calories, the goal that you're working towards. But again, feel free to use this for inspiration. That's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. See you next Wednesday at 6 p.m. for episode number 3.